Welcome back. Best scalping strategy. Let's get into it. So I'll explain the strategy that I used to do. I don't do this anymore. I used to do this maybe a year-ish ago, but it worked extremely well. It was a good foundation for me. I learned a shit ton. If you're confused, if you don't know what to do right now, you're kind of making money, you're kind of losing money, you're not profitable, this video is a fucking gold mine because this might be a very good strategy that you can use today and start making money. So let's go over scalping, what it is, what the strategy is, and so you can make trades like this. This is a trade I made. This is the exact entry and exit. I made 981 bucks. It's quick, easy profit. So let's get into it. So the first thing is, what even is scalping? Now, people have this confused, so pay attention because you might think you know what scalping is, but you probably don't. Scalping is simply a quick way of taking advantage of tiny little breakouts. That's all it is, right? Don't confuse it with swing trading and options and delta and all this crap that these people tell you. It's just tiny, quick trades that you take. You make a couple percentages and that's it. It's not like those crazy home runners where you buy and then within 2 hours you're up 50%. It's a little different. It's like you buy, like let's say for 10 seconds, and in 10 seconds you make 5% and you get out. So it's little like these little building blocks, like these tiny little trades that add up. This is extremely effective for both small accounts and especially big accounts. That's what it is. So if you go back to the first one, you can see this is a tiny trade. This is a 1 minute time frame. How long was the trade? 1, 2, 3, 4 minutes. I was in this trade for 4 minutes. That's it, and I made 981 bucks because scalping is that simple. You're not staying in the trade for 5 days overnight and. No, it's just 4, 2, 1 minute. Some of my trades, bro, were like 15 seconds because that's how short it was. So that's what scalping is. It's very short. You make a decent amount of money and it's very quick. That's the thing I'll tell you again and again. It's very quick. Be prepared to enter and exit quickly. Don't be sitting there for 30 minutes. That's not a scalp. Scalping is very quick, tiny profits, and it's very high frequency. This is another important thing. These types of trades can happen multiple times in a day. This isn't a type of trade that happens once a week, once a month, once in a lifetime. This is the type of trade that happens multiple times per day, right? In fact, yeah, you can see there's another one over here. This will be another scalp opportunity. I'll tell you exactly how to enter and exit, but look, there's one scalp opportunity. Here's another one over here. Like these happen multiple times. So there's a lot of like opportunity over here. But again, you need to be quick. I keep saying this shit again and again. You need to be quick. Now, 10 to 15% is usually what I would aim for. A year ago when I used to trade, I would aim for 10 to 15%. That was more than enough for me. I had like $1,000. If I made 10%, I make 100 bucks, I'll be more than happy. So you can pretty much decide what you want, but I would recommend anywhere from 10 to 15%. No more because it gets really messy. So that's what scalping is, right? So let's move on. Now, quick heads up, I have my free trading bundle. It includes a free course that has ebooks, a template, a tracker, it's all this stuff. Click the first link in the description. It's completely free. Click it. If you're a complete beginner, this is extremely beneficial. Go check it out right now. So, what stock to trade? Like, okay, fine, you've sold me, I'm gonna scalp, but what stock do I even trade? What stock do I scalp? Right? Or should I even do stocks? Maybe I should do futures or options or crypto and all. Now, I seriously recommend, especially if you're starting out or you're kind of confused and you're lost, just trade stocks. Like I used to trade a lot of options and futures and stuff, but that's extremely risky. And especially with options, you can lose all the money you put in. So for example, for options, if I put in like $1,000 for options, the max I can lose is $1,000, meaning I lose everything. But if you trade stocks and you put $1,000 in, you can still lose $1,000, but realistically, you're gonna lose like maybe 50, 100 bucks. So I strongly recommend that you do not trade options or futures or any of this stuff. Do your research, right? And I used to trade stocks. For me, I didn't, lose my house or anything because it was just cash transaction. The max I can lose is like 10-15% of my trade. It's nothing crazy. So if you are confused and you're going on to leverage and stuff, don't listen to these people who tell you to use like 100x leverage or you're just starting out. Use 100x leverage. That's gonna set you for bankruptcy. So don't be doing that. Just trade normal cash transactions. Don't do any crazy shit. Okay, so that's sorted. Okay, so now what stock do I trade? Because there's like 100,000 stocks. Which one do I trade? Which one do I scalp? Couple of things over here. I say this again and again because it's the same stuff that works again and again. This is the similarity from all of my best trades. This is what they all have in common. They're small cap, right? We do not want to trade Apple, Microsoft, Facebook because they're just huge companies. They're not going to move 10, 15, 20% in a day. We're aiming to make 15% a day. they're not going to move 15% in a day. They're really not. So we can't trade massive companies. We need to trade small caps, like stocks below like 50 million market cap, below 10 million market cap. Some stocks, sometimes you trade them, they're like literally 800,000 market cap. Tiny, tiny stocks because they have the momentum, they have volatility, they have the ability to go up 20, 30, 50% in a day. So that's the first thing. Second thing is small float rather. Small float is also really important. All small float means is that you have a limited supply of shares in the market. If you look at Apple, it has billions of shares, bro. Billions of shares. You really think you're going to be able to move the share price with a billion shares? Of course not. These small cappers, these stocks with like 50 million market cap, they might have like a million shares float, which is nothing. It's puny compared to Apple and Nvidia. So now you can really affect the share price if the float is only a million or 2 million or 3 million. And sometimes it's even less. Sometimes it's like 500,000 floats. It's crazy. So small float is what you need. Look at the shares outstanding. If it's lower than 50 million, 20 million, 10 million, 5 million, you're on the right track. The next thing you need is high relative volume. I say this so many times. If a lot of people are looking at the same stock, that means a lot of people are likely to trade the same stock. If a lot of people are trading the same stock, the chances of that stock going up increase substantially. If you have a stock and 5 people are looking at it, it's not going to go up. If you have a stock and 1 million people are looking at it, it's going to go up or down. Right? It has volatility. It has potential to go up or down. Those are the stocks we need. And how do we summarize these 3 things? Small cap, small float, high relative volume. What do we summarize that into? Gappers. It's simple as. I can't even honestly remember the last time I didn't trade a gapper. I can't. That's all I trade. That's literally all I trade. Even a year ago when my strategy was different, I was trading gappers because they're just so goddamn effective. Right? So, gappers. All it is, keep it really simple, is when a stock closes, let's say on Monday, market closes, it closes at like $1. The next day on Tuesday, it would open up like $2. And you might think, okay, but why would it open up higher? Like what happened? Well, overnight there could be some news. Maybe the CEO said it's some massive revelation. Maybe they made a shit ton of money. Maybe they conquered this thing and something happened overnight that it caused the stock to go up. That's what a gapper is. Gapper is simply when it opens up higher than it closed yesterday. That's all it is, right? Okay, so it makes sense. I'm gonna trade gappers, but where do I find gappers? Is there a list? Is it the same every single day? What is it? Well, you need a scanner. Now there's so many different scanners. I use TradingView. Some of my friends use Finviz. Some of my friends use YouTube scanners. You can do whatever you want. I personally use like TradingView. I pay for it. It's simple. It's effective. It's nice, right? It's super convenient because I can just pull up the scanner on the bottom of my chart, click one of them, and it opens up the chart on top of it. It's super convenient. I highly recommend you use this one. But if you're on a budget, you don't want to pay for it, whatever, you can use YouTube. You can use whatever else. So there are options, but you need a gap scanner. All you need to do is get the scanner and sort it by gap, by the highest gapping. That's what you need. And then you'll have a list of all of these stocks, right? Now look through each one of these stocks, right? And you'll see, okay, this one is gapping up 181%. This one's gapping up 65, 62, 48. What's happening? Well, this one, they might have, a crazy medicine that cures cancer. This one, they might have unveiled some new AI technology. This one, they maybe opened up operations in the US. This one, maybe they did this, did that. So some of these companies, something is happening overnight to where the stock is going up. That's exactly what we need. So that's the first thing, is scanning the stock and figuring out which one to buy. Now, if you're in the Draker room, I post my watch list every day in the community. So you don't have to look at all of these stocks and be like, which one it seems like it's the best one, because I do that for you. So I give my watch list. Okay, so I'm looking at this stock, this stock, this stock, this stock. Those are the stocks that I'm looking at that I'm going to trade. That's it. I give it in my community every single day. And you can see people trade the stocks that I trade and they make some money. So if you want to skip all the hassle, you want to join my community, the Draker room, go ahead. You can find all my watch lists, everything, etc. Now step 2 is the bull flag. This is where we enter. Now a bull flag, people talk about all these patterns and everything. Patterns work, but you cannot overcomplicate them. The only one pattern that I use is a bull flag. Like if I had to choose one pattern for the rest of my life, it would be a bull flag. No question. It wouldn't be a head and shoulders or inverse split or a pendant compounded to a triangle, and it would just be a bull flag. Simple as. Now let me explain to you what a bull flag is, how do we enter, etc. I'm taking this picture, by the way, from Warrior Trading. I used to watch him a lot not anymore. But I used to watch him a lot when I was learning. He's really fucking good. So anyway, you can see that here's a green candle, a red, a red, a red. What's happening here is the stock's going up, and then there's a pullback. A pullback is simply a temporary decrease in price. So it starts going up, starts going down. Now you see this candle over here. This candle opened over here, and it went above, and it closed over here. Now, on a bull flag, when you enter is very specific. You don't enter here or here or here, or no. You enter whenever the new candle makes a new high. Right? Let me say that again. You enter when the new candle makes a new high. So, has this candle made a new high? No, because it didn't even get higher than this. Like, it needs to get higher than this for you to enter. Did this candle make a new high? Well, no, because it just didn't do anything. It didn't get anywhere close. Did this candle make a new high? Well, yes, it did. It opened here, and then it went above the previous candle's high. So this is where you would enter. That's what you do. You enter over here, and then you just scalp all the way up here. That's what it is. That's what a bull flag is. Do not overcomplicate it. Don't be weird with it. Now, there's a couple of nuances. Like, obviously, it's never going to look as clean as this. There's always going to be a couple things misplaced, whatever. But in general, this is what you want. You want a green candle, a couple of red candles. I honestly do no more than 2. If there's like 3 or 4 or 5, I just don't enter. If there's 1 or 2, I enter. So you can see green candle goes up, temporary pullback, a new candle makes a new high, enter right exactly over there. It goes up, you scalp, you make money. You make 5, 10, 15%, whatever. That's what a bull flag is. We're going to be looking for bull flag entries, and that's it. Specifically, only bull flag entries, nothing else. Head and shoulders, forget all this stuff. Only bull flag. So let's look at like an example of this, right? So I had a stock over here. It was gapping up, blah, blah, blah. I put it on my watch list, sent it to everybody in the community. And you can see that I'm on the 1 minute time frame. And that's very important because, again, I keep saying this, scalping is very quick. We're not waiting for 15-minute time frame, 20-minute time frame, 1 minute time frame. Another thing I would add is I would have a moving average over here, a 9 moving average. This is the most basic indicator I think everybody should have. Simple stuff. And you can see that stock opens over here. It goes up, it goes down, blah, blah, blah. But then it goes up, and then it goes down. Now, does this look familiar? Let's go back and see. Okay, so we're looking for a green candle, a red candle, and then a green candle to make a new high. So let's look at what happens. So you see a green candle, a red candle, and then this one opens here, makes a new high. This is perfect. This is picture perfect. And I enter right over there. Right? Now, a couple other things. It needs to be above the moving average. If this was happening like right down here, so if there was a green, red, green, I wouldn't buy because that's below this 9 moving average. It needs to be above the 9 moving average. Once it's above and you have this new candle making a new high, it's simple. You just enter right over here. And that's exactly what I did. Now the stop loss, I would keep it below the recent swing low. That's just like a complex way of just saying that. Like look at this. You see how this is the low. I would just keep it below this. If the stock opens up over here and goes below this level, I would just get stopped out. That's my stop loss. Like as simple as that. And that's it. And then you aim for a minimum 2-to-1 risk reward. Minimum, right? Sometimes it's more, sometimes it's a little less, but you need to aim for roughly 2-to-1. If your stop loss is all the way down here and your take profit is up higher than the screen, it's probably not a good trade. And the last thing to do is to get out and do not get greedy. I say this again and again. These trades are going to be quick. Literally 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 15 seconds, 30 seconds, 2, 3, 4 minutes max. They're not going to be longer than that. So you need to get out while you can and do not get greedy. That's the way you make money with scalping. If you just keep waiting for 30 minutes, an hour, 2 hours, you're not going to make money with this. You need to be very quick with these trades. Very quick with these trades. Like when I'm trading, I have hotkeys set up. So I just press a button, I instantly get in. I press another button, I get out. Like that's how quick it is. I'm not there typing numbers and just in and out, in and out, in and out. That's how it works. And the last step is to take profit. So this is what the trade happens. So you can see this was when I entered right over here, this level over here, and this is how the trade played out. Now this trade was a 3-to-1 risk reward, which is kind of common to be honest. It happens a lot. Quick small trades, and it's good for both small and large accounts. So you can see this is picture perfect bull flag. Went up, down, made a new high, instantly entered over there. Stop is set below the recent swing high, recent swing low. 2-to-1, 3-to-1 risk reward, boom, exit over there. That's it. Like this is super clean. And what I mean by saying happens a lot is you can see another bull flag over here. There's 2 bull flags in the screenshot. One is over here, boom, boom. Another one is literally over here. So green, green, red. This one makes a new high. You enter over here. Like, you see what I mean? This happens a lot. It's not like those trades that happen once a week. They're like 300% trades. This happens a lot. So you have a lot of like leeway, I guess. If you don't really know what you're doing, it's actually fine because there's a bunch of opportunity for this. The only thing I would say is two things. A, do not trade both flags again, like I said, if they're below the moving average. So if this was over here, do not trade it. And the second thing I'd say is don't trade the third pullback. I've noticed, you get two pullbacks, and the third one, it's just really messy most of the time, and it just goes down. So this is the first pullback. You can see it goes up, down. First pullback. This is the second pullback, goes up, down. So the third pullback, I just wouldn't trade. So this is kind of your last opportunity to get in if you haven't already gotten in over here. You see what I mean? That's pretty much it. That's the bull flag. That's the scalping strategy I would use like years ago, and it would work really, really, really well. It's good for both small accounts and large accounts. If you have a small account, $1,000 that you put in there, you make 10%, that's $100 a day. It's that simple. If you have large accounts, it's even better. You put $10,000 in, make 10%, you make $1,000 a day. It's really, really, really good if you just want small, consistent wins. None of these crazy 2-hour long trades. It's really quick, really just like that. Now, if you're serious, click the second link in the description to join the Draco Room. This is my community. This is, like I said, where I give my watch list, I give my trade reviews. Every time I make a trade, if it's a win or a loss, I just make a video, explain everything that went well, everything that went wrong, what I could improve. And I've heard from people it's really beneficial. So that's the community if you want to join, right? Click the second link in the description. Now, don't forget, if you want to watch a video on the one trading strategy, if I had to choose only one trading strategy, it wouldn't be this scalping one. It would be something else. If you want to see that video, click the video that just popped up. Again, just a reminder, get the free trading bundle. It's the first link in the description. Go check it out. And if you want to join the Draco Room, my community where I post watch lists, trade reviews, blah, 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 click the second link in the description. I'll see you guys inside. So like, subscribe, all the good stuff. See you guys in the next video. Goodbye.